What a great day for field day. But for one little first grader at Schuylerville Elementary School, this picture-perfect day was about to get a whole lot better. Emma Pickett's dad, Alan, couldn't be at the big events this school year because he was protecting ships in ports in the Middle East.
He'd missed so much this year with the father-daughter dance and things. I just did not want him to miss this, and she has no idea. She's been very, very sad the last 2 days, and she has no idea he's going to be here.
Senior Chief Quartermaster Alan Pickett has been in the United Arab Emirates for nearly 8 months, but today he was back home, and he was just daddy. Daughter Emma, who'd missed him terribly, was about to get a big surprise. She had no idea that Daddy was there to cheer her on.
I know Mom's here today to give you a high five of good luck. I'm here to give you a high five. Mrs. McDougal's here to give you a high five. But I would like to welcome Mr. Pickett to come give his daughter Emma a high five. Hi, Peanut.
You feel everything that you've missed for the time that you've been gone. So it's good, it hurts, it's happy, it's sad, it's all kind of everything at once. So.
After she stopped crying tears of joy, Emma told us this.
I thought he would never come, and he did. I really do miss him 100%.
Daddy! And do you love your daddy? Guess what, Bailey? Turn around.
Little surprise that everyone else knew about, that little dream always in the back of Hannah's mind finally became.
Come on, Cooner, get that ball.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Is this a good surprise?
Uh-huh.
Look at that. You like that? Your dad, how's he in the picture? Your dad not in the picture. See right there? That's just a...
What's up, man?
Here you go, Mama.
Oh, my God! Welcome home, buddy.
Thank you.
Hello, Carolina Gamecock family and friends. This is Sergeant First Class David Jones in Bagram Airfield in Afghanistan with the 525th Battlefield Surveillance Brigade, 319th Military Intelligence Battalion. I would love to be there sharing this day with my family, though I could not choose one person. I chose 80,000 Carolina Gamecock fans to help me honor them for their 16 years of love, support, and care that they have shown not only to myself, but to my soldiers. I want to say thank you to my family, Ralph and Kathy Jones, my sister Catherine Irvin and Caitlin Dibble, for the 16 years of love and care and support. Though I'm not there today, I love you. Remember, always in a constant state of beast mode because it's the Garnet way. I'm looking forward to being home for the holidays, but until then, now it's time for some Carolina football.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Columbia Metropolitan Airport and South Carolina West Atlantic is happy to welcome home
Special mission. Special mission, man. That's all it was for. Oh, crazy.
Army Specialist Brandon Zalewski hasn't been in school in a while. He hasn't even been in the U.S. for 3 years. But now he's nervously standing in a hallway with his wife, Christina, surrounded by cameras, ready to surprise his 13-year-old little sister.
It's been a while. She was really young 3 years ago.
Their mom says Kaylee idolizes her big brother and asks every day when he's coming home, which she thinks isn't going to happen until the weekend. But the walkie-talkie crackles and Operation Soldier Surprise begins. At first, Kaylee doesn't know why everyone is pointing, but then the principal calls her name and she flies up the cafeteria onto the stage and right into her soldier brother's arms.
How you doing?
For the first time in 3 years, Kaylee sees the big brother. She says she worried about every day he spent serving overseas.
I missed ya.
While the entire cafeteria looks on, the brother and sister are reunited in a perfect surprise orchestrated by their mom. Kaylee and Brandon hold back tears. Kaylee says she was shaking.
When I saw him, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's here.
And that this school day is one she'll never forget.
Because I love him. He's my brother.
Eben Webben got a big surprise this afternoon. Karen Richmond thought she was at Camping World of Colfax to pick up her new RV. Well, she got that and a big surprise from her grandson, Austin, who's home from basic training after 7 months.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh!
All right.
This may be the last time some of these Harriman High School seniors ever see their school auditorium, so what a way to remember it, as some of them were called on stage to accept scholarship money. When Madison Hughes was called, she thought she was getting some award for charitable donations. She had no idea what was really about to happen.
You've grown into a very, very beautiful young woman today, and I know after graduation you're going to be very successful.
Her older brother Nicholas, stationed with the U.S. Army in Germany, sent a video message for her, then actually showed up in person. She and the family had no idea. This is the first time Nicholas met his little brother, and maybe the first time he lied to his family.
George and Lauren's mom messaged me on Facebook. The planning was already underway for this huge surprise. Well, after a flight cancellation yesterday, an overnight drive to Richmond, Virginia, and very little sleep, the soldier pulled it off. As the students at Greenville's Green Charter School made their way into the auditorium, one in particular, there she is, Lauren Dickert, had no idea why our camera was pointed right at her. She even makes eye contact, but quickly carries on with a classmate. She's about to find out, though, as the program gets underway.
I would like to welcome everybody to Green Charter School's first Memorial Day celebration.
The program included guest speakers. Even a few students got up and explained what Memorial Day means to them.
To me, Memorial Day is when we remember the fallen soldiers in any wartime.
But on Memorial Day, we remember those who are also currently serving our country. One of those young men is George Dickert, who was Lauren's older brother. Keep in mind, up to this point, she hadn't seen George in 18 months and had no idea what was about to happen.
And now we have one more special guest who would like to surprise his sister, George Dickert, who is home at 18 months old.
An emotional reunion, and not just for Lauren.
It's very emotional and very exciting just to see him again.
It was an experience, seeing her in tears and all happy. It was definitely a good feeling that I got to surprise her.
And the woman behind it all, their mom.
Constantly something about Bubby's brought up almost every single day, and so to know how much she misses him, it was very emotional.
Any words for your mom?
Thank you.
At one point or another, we've all wanted to meet a superhero like Batman or Superman. But what if you could meet a real-life one? 3 Westlake boys got the surprise of a lifetime today from their superhero, their dad. AJ Ross is back. She filed this report earlier tonight.
From Captain America to the Transformers, heroes come in all shapes and sizes and share one common quality Captain Jason Dancy explained to his sons before leaving for Afghanistan.
The only thing he would understand was that we were going to Afghanistan to fight bad guys, right? So he would always say, Daddy's a superhero.
After 6 months of fighting bad guys overseas, Captain Dancy returned home Friday.
I'm really excited to be home.
We were there as his 3 small boys were brought to the Westlake Police Department for a surprise. 4-year-old Nate and 15-month-old Ryan were in awe of the superhero team, while their 5-year-old brother Jackson was too shy to come close. That is until the greatest hero of them all emerged from his hiding place.
Hey, buddy.
Daddy!
Oh, I miss you so much.
One by one, the boys soon realized their favorite hero was finally home.
Did you miss me?
I don't want you to go again.
It's just going to be such a relief to have him home, because being a mom to 3 boys by myself was pretty difficult.
Captain Dancy says he's home for good and plans to resume working with the Westlake Police Department in the next couple weeks.
Who's your #1 superhero, buddy?
To come back and hear that, I guess it kind of validates what we're doing and what kind of example we're trying to give our kids.
AJ Ross reporting. Captain Dancy took his family out to eat this evening and says he plans to make up for lost time with his boys. I'm crying already.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm getting
awesome.
misty
I
myself.
know,
That's a sweet
nice.
story.
Yeah, very nice.
Finally tonight, imagine that your dad has been deployed overseas 4 times, been away for the last 9 months, and then this happens.
Do you think I may even know who your dad is?
Maybe.
Well, you might just have to find out here in just a second.
What a scene this afternoon at Horizon Elementary in Johnston, Iowa. 8-year-old Emma Miller welcoming home her dad. Army Major John Miller is a Black Hawk helicopter pilot and spent the last 9 months in Afghanistan. Major Miller met his wife Molly at Drake University, but the Millers just moved to Johnston in June of the last year after spending the last 13 years in Texas, Alabama, and Kansas in service of the country.
Special day there.
Just another school day.
So you can imagine what that little girl was thinking when her father, who's been overseas in the military, showed up right in front of her. LEX 18's Josh Breslow has their reunion.
We're going to start with Jacob. Share yours.
It looks like any other classroom presentation at Frankfurt's Capital Day School. Students clutching their dreams in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Olivia's dream?
No more war.
Her father, Richard McHam, has been stationed in Guam for the last 2 years, but today...
Where is your daddy?
In the Navy.
He's in the Navy. Very good. All right, but guess what? Oh, you look right there. Let's say welcome home.
Surrounded by the sound of applause, Olivia received a warm embrace from the dad she wasn't expecting to see.
Are you surprised, Olivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like to see your dad?
It was awesome.
Did you miss him a lot?
Yeah.
Richard McHam literally just stepped off the plane and came here to greet his daughter. He was told to wear his uniform, but even he was caught off guard when he saw the sign students had made to welcome him home.
I had no clue all this was happening. I just come to see my baby. I'm just excited. I'm still trying to get on over with all the adrenaline, so yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's great to be back.
Back to live out his own dream, spending time with his daughter.
I love you. It's really good to be with you.
Covering the news in Franklin County, Josh Breslow, LEX 18 News.
It was supposed to be just a routine softball game on a Monday night.
But it turned out to be anything but routine. A little girl gets to spend some time with her military hero, her dad. Rob is joining us for this surprise reunion. Rob?
Yeah, well, Tom and Mary, time was tight for Sergeant Charles Gatto. He was on a very short schedule, but his mission held great rewards in the end. He traveled for 3 days to surprise his little girl at her softball game on the west side.
Go. Chloe Gatto looks forward to her softball games, but little did she know this game was going to be extra special. Waiting in the wings, out of sight, was Chief Petty Officer Charles Gatto, or better known to her as Dad. On the field, she gets a pep talk from one of the coaches before she goes up to bat. But wait a minute, the pitcher is unusually tall, and he has on a military uniform. That's no pitcher. It's the moment Officer Gatto has been waiting for. A moment that took 3 days of travel from the Persian Gulf.
It's a long, long trip, but well worth it.
A couple of days both Chloe and Gatto's wife will gladly take.
Right, 2 days. Sorry.
And Gatto realizes he's one of the lucky ones.
There's a lot of guys that I serve with that are still over there.
Let's go, Streamline.
I get to do this now, and then they have to wait.
Spend an evening at the ballpark with his favorite two ladies.
Well, Chief Petty Officer Gatto ships out bright and early Wednesday morning. The good news is this deployment to South America will only last 2 months. Tom and Mary?